brings to mind like other ways that, again, a public good could be funded, I guess, like some kind of grant or potentially like government funding also. And that's also what we see in current existing models for like education.
There was also the idea that we were talking about with Tal, who's one of the guys at Chain Story, who's behind this whole project, which is the idea of like bounties for investigative journalism, for example. It was a very early stages idea and something that we're starting to grease the wheels on, but like the idea of not only grants, but like a bounty and say, propose a series of topics and then people vote on it and you can deposit and allocate funds to vote on that specific topic. Either they can propose the topic or they can apply to cover it or research it. And then whoever wins gets that bounty, for example.
And it's like crowdfunded, like your bounty itself. Hopefully Web3 tools or just like using crypto could make that more seamless and just like potentially work better than if it was a Web2 process. And I think it would be better. I would like to see people experimenting with that stuff. I do still feel like it's quite early and we've really seen crypto media over the past between 5 and 10 years. We've seen it develop quite a lot. And I think it's become a lot more professional and a lot more rigorous and have a lot higher standards. And that's very good to see. But we haven't seen crypto media pushing boundaries and experimenting more with incentive models on a larger scale, like the bigger brands, the brands that potentially could do more experimentation. He's an example of a investigative, I don't want to call him a journalist, some people call him like a detective, on-chain detective, which is a super fun title. I would go with that personally. So he's doing like investigative work all the time, fully independently. And so that's like a particular model that exists because he gets donations and that's how he lives. Like he doesn't work for a company, but he is, according to this Wired article, considering starting a company, which also sounds detective company.